So I'm making a video here on CalTracs for people that may be interested. It's a hot ticket. A lot of people are running it. A lot of people get it. I've been using the same suspension for over 20 years. That leaf spring's the one that John and I put together back then. It still works. Been a 2760 foot time. Can't beat that. Ain't complaining. As far as adjustment, top hole, bottom hole. Bottom hole works for me. Doesn't hit as hard as the top, but that's what this car needs. Needs a hard hit, but steady, pushing it right into the concrete. And that shock helps control it. Thanks, Mark Menser, for double adjustable. Mounted it with a bracket onto his actual bracket for the CalTracs. Works mint. You know, in regards to preload, put someone in the car that weighs comparable to you and adjust it. When the piece is just hitting the leaf spring, just touching is the hardest hit. As you increase preload, it makes it softer. This car seems to work with one turn on both sides. Usually I set it, and I mean I don't check it for 6 or 7 years. Important point, like I said, these pivots, man. You want wheel stands, that stuff's got to be loose. So coming in the back. Another important area, definitely the shackle. Just as important as the front spring eye and the CalTrac mount. Got to be loose. You want the wheels in the air, keep this loose. That's how I think. Did all the stuff with stock stuff, Ford Shackles, just lubed them up good, kept them loose. They work good too. You know, I'm trying these Delloom bushings. I didn't want to go with sliders at this point, so I got to stick with this. Let's see how it works. Pinion angle. Important for cars to have 5 to 7 negative for a leaf spring car. That's what works with my car. I think this thing's running 5.7. I just measured it the other day. But I have a 2 degree negative shim there, and then there's a spacer, which is like a lowering block. It's been in the Cougar since I got it. I've never messed with it. It seems to work good with it. I put it right back in there. I use what works, man. So that's a good important thing to think about, pinion angle. You know, you want it pointing down because it's going to be coming up when you nail it, man. So another good quick tip is these Hoosier drag slicks. You can pick almost a 1/10 off the 60 foot, almost 2 off the big end. You know, they work really good. They're a little finicky, but once you figure out the pressure they like and what shock setting, you're good to go, man. So hopefully this kind of gave us an insight on how I adjust stuff in regards to CalTracs. You get your own system down, you do what works for you. And I say, hang on, push the button, let her rip, man.